Nice to have number 9 is to make the app adapt to display widths. So here we are in a browser, and this is much wider screen than Android or iPhones. So it will be natural, instead of having to select a patient and then go to another screen to see the actions, that we select the patient and the actions appear on the right here. Similarly, when we go to add a patient, this is not this doesn't seem quite right. There's only one question on each screen, and we could group them, we could have one after the other horizontally. So let's go and do something in Logic to make this thing adaptive. So here we are in the app. Let's start with the process to add a patient, to register a patient. We have these two questions and we want them to be on the same screen. And this is how we can achieve that. We can see that we've seen that we can add user interaction steps and background action steps. We can also add groupings, sections, and we can choose whether to use sections merely as grouping or indeed as a screen, something to group them visually. So let's introduce a screen and call it questions, and we can put these questions in this screen by dragging and dropping. So we have this screen, and it will present the questions together, but we can also edit layouts. We can make it adaptive. So let's see what that looks like. Here we are, and we have the various display widths on a strip here, and we can see that we've got iPhone and Android typically there, and tablets here, and web over here, and we've simply got a default layout so far. If we want, we can make we can position this control here and define a new layout which will be used if the display width is equal to or greater than the screen width that we enter. So we're defining this, a layout to be used where the display width is 960 virtual pixels or greater, and we've inherited the default, we've copied the default layout. So now we can edit this default layout, and we can, instead of having this vertical view, we can introduce a row and have this horizontal view, and that should be sufficient in order to make this a bit more appropriate for the web, and the web will be normally more than 960 virtual pixels wide. So that's the process, and we wanted also to make the patient listing use what we call the master detail pattern, where the list is on the left and the subsequent action on the right. So here we simply give the display width in that we want things to adapt to. So let's say 900, after 960, use master detail. And similarly also for the actions component, we can do that as well. 960. So with these configurations, we've achieved the nice to have number 9.